Hey guys, Tom Mobile back again. Today I'm going to be comparing the new Galaxy S21 FE with the Google Pixel 6. I know chip shortages have been a thing and have caused a lot of delays up to this point. So it is definitely odd timing for the S21 FE since it is now early 2022. And we also have the S2022 coming up around the corner as well. But if you stick to the end of the video, I will let you know if it is worth switching over to the Galaxy S21 FE from the Google Pixel 6. So just in terms of color, the FE have the olive, purple, black and white. I know they call it graphite and purple is lavender, but anyways, in terms of the color choices, I think the olive is actually kind of ugly in my opinion. Purple actually is a little bland as well compared to the standard S21. I think the rose gold trim wrapped around the edge looks a little bit cooler. This one is more pastel looking and a little bit more dull. I typically don't stick with the safe boring colors like black and white, but I think in this case white probably looks the best. And comparing these to the Pixel 6 series, I think the Pixel 6 just look a lot better. It just looks a lot more poppy and fun. They got like the two shades design in terms of the top and the bottom. Even the black got a little slab of gray shade on top just to make it look a little bit more interesting. And then to top it off, you got the badass looking camera vibes in the middle. So design wise, I think Pixel 6 got the edge here. And for pricing, Pixel 6 have the edge again. It is $600 compared to $700 for the fan edition. When the fan edition was released in 2020, it was a big bargain because the standard S20 was $1,000. So that's a $300 savings while still capturing most of the features of the S20. But this year, the standard S21 is actually $800, so it is only a $100 saving, and it is also a year later as well too. So if you look on eBay or other random places, you can find it less than $800. So price-wise, it is kind of a weird mark. I think they should have made it $600, but at the same time, I think they don't want to hurt the S22 sales that is coming up in the next few months or so as well. So they kind of released the phone just to release it since the fan edition was so successful last year. But I think Samsung definitely missed the mark here with the pricing, especially with the Pixel 6 out there sitting at $600 and offering a lot of the features that is comparable to the fan edition. In terms of the processor, the Snapdragon 888 on the fan edition technically had the edge on paper, but I have used a Tensor chip on the Pixel 6 for more than 2 months. On a day-to-day basis, you don't really notice that much of a difference. For the camera, I would give the fan edition a little bit of an edge too, but not by much due to the fact that they have more bells and whistles, which is my personal preference. They got a front 32 megapixel front camera. They can even take some 4K videos. They got nice features like the dual recording mode, maybe if you want to use it for vlogging or a dash cam or something like that. Kind of ironic, back when they had the S4, this feature has already been around, but then they take away and then they give it back and call it a new feature. But here we are. And even the fan edition camera, you can do 30x zoom. I think on the Pixel you only get about 7x. I don't find myself zooming that much anyways, but it is there if you need it. But in terms of picture and video quality, can't really go wrong with iPhone, Pixel, or Galaxy, so it's all personal preferences there. And if you enjoy seeing videos like these, please take a moment to like and subscribe. In terms of the operating system, they both do offer Android 12, which is good. Android is typically a little bit slower with the updates, so it's nice to see that Samsung did offer the latest and greatest flagship with the One UI 4. And I usually enjoy Samsung's take on Android because they do offer a little bit more fun features, such as something as simple as always on display. You get to customize it a little bit more compared to the stock Google Pixel. You just have one standard display and that's it. You can't change the color, you can't add your own pictures or GIFs or anything like that. So even though they're both running the latest operating system, I might give Samsung a little bit of edge just in terms of more flexibility and fun in terms of the UI, even though it's another layered skin on top of the stock edition. Display size, they are both 6.4 inches. Fun fact, the S20 FE was actually a little bit bigger at 6.5, but who's really counting 0.1 inches anyways. And I think this is a pretty comfortable size to hold in one hand, and even text in one hand is manageable. I think like anything bigger than this gets a little bit more challenging. The fan edition do have 120Hz refresh rate compared to the Pixel 6 90Hz refresh rate, and they're both 1080p displays. so Samsung gets the edge here. They both have Gorilla Glass Victus in the front, so pretty strong glass, stronger than ever before, but they'll still break if you drop it. The Fan Edition comes with 6GB of RAM and 128GB of storage. They no longer have micro SD, which is a shame, and they also took away the charging brick as well. For the Pixel 6, they actually have 8GB of RAM and 128GB as the base model. Technically with the Fan Edition you can pay for the 8GB version as well, but at that point you might as well consider the more standard premium S21. And finally, the fingerprint scanner. The FE do not have the ultrasonic like its sibling in the S21, but I believe it should work better than the Pixel 6. I have had a lot of issues on the Pixel 6 in terms of the fingerprint sensor, and at the same time I still have the S20, which is using similar technology to the Fan Edition, and I never have any issues with my S20. So I'll give Samsung a little bit of an edge here as well. Let me know what your thoughts are on the Fan Edition and if you plan on getting it. I personally think I might, but it wasn't an easy decision. I had to think long and hard about it. On paper, nothing really stand out and screams spend the extra $100 compared to the Pixel 6, and I basically have all my apps and logins, so it's a little bit of pain every time I do change my phone, but I do think I might want to consider changing it up. Got the Pixel 6 for about 2 months now, so it's starting to get a little bored. I mean, everything is pretty safe and stable. The only thing that's probably most annoying for me is the slow fingerprint reader. No matter how many weird tips and tricks that I try to do to fix it, it's still not working 100% like I think it should work. Kind of looking forward to the new white color as well. I don't think I've used a white phone since the S6, so definitely having some change is nice. And I've always been a fan of all the bells and whistles Samsung have to offer, like some of its quirky camera features. So even though I'm not happy about spending the extra $100, I think I look forward to getting more features and just going back to the comfortable and fun ecosystem that I have always enjoyed. Thanks for watching, please like and subscribe, and see you guys next time.